Brilliance Audio presents The Retreat by Sherri Smith, performed by Chloe Cannon. For my bold and brilliant daughter, Rowan. Don't do any of the things the characters in this book do, and you'll probably be okay. Love, Mom. This place had made a killer out of her. How about that for a testimonial? The retreat really did deliver on its promise of a complete transformation. She'd arrived a failure and was leaving a total success. Everything she'd hoped to accomplish here had been checked off. Her core was stronger than ever, her joints looser, and she'd achieved a level of mindfulness that made her certain she could manifest any reality she wanted, simply by thinking about it, really hard. Most important, her head was finally quiet, and that sad stinging in her chest was gone. The disguise she'd been hiding behind had been shed, and her true nature was now out in the open. She was awake, balanced. The sky should be ablaze with fireworks because she fucking loved herself. A wheeze, a gurgle, then a sudden gulp of air and kicking feet. She rolled her eyes and pressed harder on the tree branch, hoping she'd hear the conclusive snap of a windpipe, and she'd finally get to move on. "Just die already," she said in a tired voice. Then at last, it was quiet. No more movement. She waited a beat to be sure she'd really finished the job this time. Even took a moment to appreciate the inky beauty of moonlit blood as it oozed and pooled on the rocks, the peaceful silence after death. Finally, she was living in the moment. She climbed out of the ravine, and as she started back toward the retreat, she blissfully sang, 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies are left on the forest floor. Oh wait, make that 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel pretty great. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am a perfect warrior. She always knew she could do it. All she had to do was believe in herself. When people fail, it's their own fault. It comes down to laziness and a lack of self-discipline. You have to be willing to suffer to achieve your goals. You need to accept a certain level of agony if you want to become your best self. It's as simple as that. There were no witnesses either, or at least no credible ones. No cameras or nearby neighbors to report when the screaming started, just the black sky. What would she say? About the trail of bodies in the woods? Anything. She could say anything at all. She was the last girl standing. 3 days earlier, Friday. Katie. Katie jerked awake. Eyes popped open at the foreign trill of an alarm set at full volume. She bolted upright, startled and confused, as if a gun had just gone off in her bedroom. First thing she did was assess where she was, which was the waking habit of not only a drinker, but also a clinically diagnosed sleepwalker, thank you very much. Her Sphinx cat mewed his displeasure at being disturbed, kneading her body heat like a kitty vampire. Katie sank back down into the bed. She was not an early riser. Her mornings and sometimes afternoons were usually spent sulking in bed, thinking about what other people were doing, daydreaming she also had someplace important to be, then happy she didn't because she was prone to hangovers. She said it just like that. I am prone to hangovers. Like they were allergies, and she was helpless to fend them off. When she did finally get up, the remainder of her day was just as aimless. That there was the lifestyle of the previously rich and famous. Katie lived off her trust fund, a fast deflating cushion of money she'd earned playing the lovable kid detective, Shelby Spade. A monthly allowance was doled out to her by an accountant named Mr. Walt Maloney. He'd been managing her money since she was 7 years old, when she was already flush with commercial earnings. He was a paunchy, smiley man with spiced meat breath. She'd called him Baloney Maloney as a child, who'd say things like,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?